And hopefully we're back. Because Twitch decided it was going to shut down spontaneously. Is that what it... I was going to say, Stitch, is that what it was? I'm going to go... Hey, mods, can you do me a favor and see if we've been shut down for a copyright strike? That would be...
weird.
Terrifying if that was the case. But no, we just got a spontaneous, no longer connected to Twitch error. And unfortunately, folks,
we got an ad starting in 50 seconds. We're really sorry.
And there's nothing we can do about it. Within less than a minute, I seriously doubt it as well, Stitch, right? That would just be completely bizarre. So I'm going to go ahead and run the ad now. Sorry. I unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it.
It's going to be a couple of minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Normally, it just mutes the bit it doesn't like. Agreed. So I think this was a technical error. So in the meantime, here's my cat. He's so cute. And he did a sploot. He went back to sleep. Oh, fun and exciting. How you doing, puppy? We're going to have to wake him up pretty soon, or he's just going to be so picante when he comes to bed. He'll be fine. Hopefully he'll just get his tube and go to sleep. That would be very nice. Just let him doze for a while. It's all good. Let's try and finish out the day once the ad is over, I think.
Yeah.
And then we'll take it from there. Unfortunately, the game shut off the music, which is a little sad because we're just delivering the beverage to. See, it keeps looking like he was doing, or they were doing, we don't know the pronunciation.
Summoning situation.
Sort of summoning situation, but it looks like it's actually whatever this is on the bookshelf behind them. Oh, he's not that spicy right now. We don't even have his tail flicking. But sometimes he gets quite riled up before bedtime, and so we try to run him up and down a little bit to make him tired so that I can go to sleep. But right now, he's just having a big old snooze, which is quite nice. We were talking about peppers the other day, weren't we?
Yes.
Yeah, before TikTok went away.
TikTok wasn't bitten by the zombies. It's fine. Let it back in.
Exactly. There was somebody doing posts of documenting traditional recipes in her family for her children. And one of the recipes she made is chorizo herself. So with her own spice mix we're talking Mexican style loose pork based chorizo, not the Spanish style hard preserved chorizo that we can get here in the UK. And I was like, I need that recipe, please, because then I can make my own. And that sounds delightful. And we were talking about, community acts of defiance and community building and things of that nature. And our neighbors garden a great deal and have for years and years and years. They have a very established setup. They are very productive. They really enjoy it. And how, as a result, we don't really want to try and duplicate that for ourselves, but we want to grow things that are important to us or that other people don't grow. And chili peppers are the number one thing, specifically green chilies. Green chilies do not exist in this country. And by green chilies, I mean the mild, fruitier chilies like poblanos. They just don't do it. They don't have the flavor profile. Chilies here are associated with heat. And so they come more from the Indian and the Thai traditions. So they're designed for capsaicin, right? They're designed to be really, really hot. And God, do I miss hatch peppers. So growing green chilies may be our goal this year for farming, for gardening. Right. All right, Scanlan. May this drink give you an untwistable silver tongue. I'm just lying it on real thick, aren't we here?
Oh, this is good.
Look, the little purple bow even matches!
Nearly as good as my musical talent.
Uh-huh. I have a feeling this drink might influence your next performance.
Will it boost my charisma even further?
You'll have to wait and see. Let's just say you might want to come back afterwards to get another drink.
Oh, now you are teasing me.
How about you tell me more about you now? Do you want me to get to know you better?
Hold on tight to your counter, innkeeper, because I'm about to knock your socks off.
Bring it on.
So, right in front of you is the one, the only, traveler of lands, stealer of heart, and the most famous bard in all of Hizoa.
Probably Phasia, right?
Not only because of his immaculate talent, but also because of his good looks, I might add.
About myself in the third person. Aha. I'm fairly impressed.
Of course you are.
I might have to ask for an autograph later. But what brings you here, Voix?
As I said, I just needed a breath of fresh.
No debts, then.
A short break from the big city.
It must be hard being famous.
Not really, no. Maybe a little bit. Sometimes. But making music and performing is my job, and I absolutely love it. So it's not a big deal. Not really. It just makes me cherish the quieter moment.
Makes sense.
Would it be cool if I kept you in your little familiar company for a bit?
Absolutely. Make yourself comfortable.
Nice.
And time passes. Oh, nice. Hello.
I know that face.
That's Quincy.
That's Quincy.
Tell me that's Quincy.
Quincy. For those of you who don't know, there is a subgenre of TikToks which are supportive innkeepers.
And this is Quincy from Quincy's Tavern, who was one of the first. At least I'm almost convinced based on this drawing.
I'm not going to do that voice justice, I warn you.
Yeah, it's okay. Hello, traveler. What can I get you?
Usually it's my role to ask that, but given the circumstances, I'll humor.
It is. Look at the hands.
It's a, yeah.
Because he's missing a couple of fingers. Well, this is my tavern. It's my job.
And it has come a long way. Love the color of the walls. A new coat.
It's been a good few years since my last renovation. But yeah, I thought it was time to accept some change into my life.
Thought so. What is life if not the constant changing of the self?
How I've missed your endless wisdom, Quincy. Yay! This is so sweet.
I can only imagine. Innkeeper.
More clues that people know who we are. You look like you might be in need of a refreshment. How about a drink?
Yeah, long journey. Surprise me with something as charismatic as your little establishment.
Quincy! Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. Whole lot of crown. Just make something fancy. Sunny breeze is a little boring. Thousand winds might work. Or how about a spoken heart? I like the idea of a spoken heart. Fancy. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if we can pure brew this or if we'll need an additive, but let's try. Spoken art. Thank you, Andrew. Good job. Aww. Here you go. Liquid charisma. My specialty.
Oh, this tastes magical.
This makes me so happy. I hope it makes Quincy really happy too.
This is
To be
awesome.
immortalized in a video game is like,
This is awesome. I love as well how this feels like a tip of the hat to the Dark Cloud Detective Boys showing up in Coffee Talk.
right? Exactly.
It seems like you've improved a good deal since last time.
Practice makes perfect after all.
Indeed.
So what brings you to this corner of the world?
Ah, I'm looking for the feathers of a peculiar little bird. They're said to only reside in this neighborhood, or continent rather.
What bird?
The golden loon. I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but the golden loon? They're quite beautiful to behold. If I were you, I'd look for them near a big lake. That's where they usually hang out.
Don't I have coupons to like a lakeside spa or
For
something?
the banshee, yes.
But only in Phasia?
Hence why I came all this way. Oh, plumage of gold, glistening in lights
Oh
of day.
God, he's doing poetry.
A traveler's bold. That would be a very poetic way to greet them. I'll add to this stupid Song of Vigor guild. They didn't like it. Nah, they didn't like anything that isn't mainstream,
Oh my God.
like subtext. But isn't that what lyrical works are all about? Pouring your heart and soul into something for others to take in. And only if you push away the layers and read between the lines will you find the true meaning. Exactly my thinking.
Yes, he's a hipster bard.
It's just that now I'm afraid that they'd laugh at me. Or remember me as the bard without a heart. Because they don't understand. You know, there's nothing wrong with being afraid. Fear can sometimes keep us safe from danger. But something to keep in mind is that fear does not stop death. It stops life.
Ooh.
I love that.
I'm gonna
He wrote this fucking dialogue. Quincy does this shit all the time. He's great.
taking a screenshot of that. Thank you.
Do you enjoy your art? Yeah. And I want others to enjoy it too. I, for one, greatly enjoyed your Golden Loon haiku. Let's not be a dick.
Let's not be it. Yeah. Well done.
Aw. Thank you. You shouldn't base your value on whether people like what you create or not. There'll always be those who don't get it and those who find themselves in it. Do it for the people who appreciate your art. Most importantly, do it for yourself.
Screenshots! Quincy's the best!
That's one way to look at it. You know, I imagined all this so differently. It was way easier for sure. Moving from Chagarin, the smallest of towns, to the big city, I'd always dreamt of joining the Solve Guild. And then they rejected me. But I'm Voyage, and I don't give up because of things like that. I don't need a guild to get out there and share my music. All I need is me and my haiku.
I'm going to assume that's this musical instrument.
God, I hope it is. That's right. I've seen way too many people spend too much time giving attention to those who will never understand them. My 2 cents. Live for what you believe in. Allow others to make their own decisions. That's what I'm doing. Good. But, unfortunately, I have to leave now. Gotta find those loons before it gets dark.
It was really nice having you around, Quincy.
Until next time, don't forget, take care of yourself, Innkeeper. You be safe out there, Voyage.
You too. Bye, Quincy. Oh, that was really sweet.
Nice guy.
Yeah, and he's an old friend. He's the best.
Didn't know you do, friends. Perhaps we could be friends too, innkeeper?
Not yet.
Oh.
Maybe one day, though. Oh, stay till night. Hey! Welcome back. Quick, innkeep, your strongest drink. This is an emergency.
What happened?
It's absolutely urgent. Relationships are on the line.
Not lives.
Listen, innkeep, I'll tell you the story. Don't worry. But you gotta be patient because Baya really needs a drink first.
Yes. Please.
What do you need? The same as last time?
Oh, that one was really delicious. I'd love to taste it again, please.
Got it. I'll get you something that'll make you feel as sturdy as tree bark again. Can't remember what we made them last time. +3 defense. Steel tonic would work, but they want a drink that they had last time. First snow. Frosted Lagoon. First snow or Frosted Lagoon. If I remember, we met Baya right around the time I did the first snow, if I remember correctly. We're gonna run out of time for shenanigans at this rate, but I wanna be able to finish the day. And I love Una. I love doing Una's voice.
I don't have it. I'm sorry.
All right, so it's either a Frosted Lagoon or a First Snow. So let's do a Frosted Lagoon. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Andy. There you go. My strongest drink to the rescue.
Thank you. This is good.
Oh, thank the dragons. That pause made me so nervous. I really thought they would mess it up.
Thanks for having so much faith in me, Una.
Ha! You're welcome.
But, Baya, are you feeling better now? Yes, at least a little bit.
That's good to hear. Fill me in. What happened? I've never seen you this upset, Baya. And you have to endure the Bloomtide Festival every year.
You're right. So, I have this group of friends. They are girlfriends. We three have been inseparable for at least a few centuries. But now...
Very insensitive to ask an emotionally vulnerable and sweet girl what's troubling her, innkeeper.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. It's okay.
How about I tell them what's going on, Baya? So you don't have to strain yourself.
Thank you.
Right. So, Sweet Baya over here has had a long-lasting group of friends, right?
Right?
They're a trio. They're inseparable for the last 100 years. And they're adorable, might I add. Swamp Monster, the Banshee, and the Morrigan.
Oh, yeah, the Maramorgan, the wrathful spirit that is known to drown men. I've heard she doesn't really differentiate between genders, though.
Yep, that's right. Anyway, Morgan and the Banshee are a couple.
So I figured.
Have been for a while.
I recall them coming by once or twice.
But right now... Oh, how should I put it? They're having a bit of a domestic. For some reason, the two have completely stopped talking to each other. And they both refuse to show up for buyers' monthly tea parties because they'll only come if the other one isn't invited.
Why? I don't know. It's like they don't like each other anymore. And soon they won't like me anymore either.
It does smell like a breakup.
Let's not catastrophize. I don't want my friend group to fall apart. People have always left me.
Oh, poor Baya.
Because I scare them. I don't want them to leave me too.
Now, I'm sure they won't. Say something, innkeeper. Okay, so don't worry, Baya, or even if they do break up, you'll be fine. Ooh.
I think don't worry though.
Yeah. Don't worry, Baya. They've been together for so long that they must have already solved lots of arguments like this. I bet they'll get through this one too. They're right. They've been through worse.
But what if they are wrong? What if they do break up? What if they really leave me?
Poor Baya.
I just wish there was something I could do to help them. If I might add my 2 cents real quick.
Oh boy.
Hi, I'm Voir. That's short for Voyage. You might have heard of me before. I'm pretty famous. No.
Doesn't ring any bells.
Anyway.
Wash just having all the wind knocked out of his sails. I'm here for it. Sorry. Okay, there we go.
So, Baya, that's your name, right? What's keeping you from getting to know other people? Like, you seem really chill. Well, usually everyone is afraid of me. But the innkeeper has always been nice to me. I trust them. And I've known Una for a while now.
Didn't she pick endangered flowers from your backyard last time you met?
Yes. The bouquet was really cute.
I know, right? You meet a lot of people when you travel across the lands, looking for potential clients and work. And honestly, I've seen stranger creatures than her in my years as an adventurer. It's also really cute under all that moss and kelp. Cleans up real nice.
Oh,
She's blushing.
shush. I mean, you might look a little terrifying. That's true. But maybe you just have to figure out how to get through to people. I'm sure they'd want to be your friends. I don't know about that. Usually they try to burn me. Luckily, I don't scar easily.
Oh, poor Baya.
Oh, what a nice metaphor. Might have to use that in a new song, if you don't mind. People hurting you over and over again because they're afraid. X is leaving you, but you always manage to get over them. It's not a metaphor. Once every few moons, People surround me with torches and pitchforks. Oh. Ah. Well, that's unfortunate.
Would you like me to find something more for you to step in, Waj, while we're here? You don't say, kid.
But honestly, I know how you feel. Sometimes facing people is terrifying when you feel so. But there's always something to love about everyone, like my handsome smile or my enchanting voice. Maybe people would enjoy my spa. You run a spa? That's fantastic. Yes, you should come visit sometime. What? That's short for voyage. Yes, was fine. Do you want to come too, Una?
I'd love to. There's nothing more soothing for old bonds than a nice swamp bath.
Do you get a lot of customers? No. None. Maybe I can change that. Let me advertise your spa at my next performance. I would love that. Thank you. No worries, buyer.
But let's get back to your girlfriends. Inkeep, do you know someone that could help them out? The situation's kind of tricky. They might need like a mediator.
I can absolutely hang up a quest for you, if you want. That would be great. Thank you so much.
Of course, making my patrons happy is part of the job.
Now who's the sweet talker, huh? But now I have to wait, right?
Yeah, unfortunately you will. How about you show us around your spa in the meantime?
It would be my pleasure.
And once we're back, there should be a solution for your friends.
No pressure.
There's a millennium-long relationship on the line, Innkeeper. Remember that.
Absolutely no pressure. I'll see what I can do. Thank you. See you then, Innkeep.
Yeah, see ya.
Oh, I can't wait to feel how smooth my skin is after a mud bath.
You think I can take my crochet hook with me? Ooh, and now we build quests. So let's build quests. And I think we're gonna have to wrap it up for the night. Like 5 minutes to 11 because of all the stops. Okay, let's see. So, okay, here we go. A banshee is haunting the lonesome lagoon, wailing a song that will shatter your bones. Hopefully hyperbole. There was another thing about... There we go. The Morgan and the Banshee are a loving couple most of the time, but their current fight has their best friend Baya worried. All right, what else do we have? Diplomat. What's this?
The Mary Morgan.
In the riverbanks of the Shiver Mare hides the Mare Morgan, a wrathful spirit prone to drowning men, women, and everything in between. Okay, so, i.e., here's where you can find each of them. They're on a break, or whatever we're calling it. He's so asleep. Okay, there we go. One quest.
The Lagoon of Tranquility. The Mary Morgan, known for her passion for drowning trespassers, and the Banshee, singer of bone-shattering songs in the Lonesome Lagoon, are two terrifying creatures in love. But because of a mysterious dispute, their relationship is on the line, and their best friend, the Swamp Witch Baya, or do anything to keep her friend group from shattering. Couples counselor, sorely needed.
I love it. Okay, and then this is the one here. A diplomat fired his entire personal guard and is now looking for new fighters to protect him from the dangers of a business trip. As Dyria seems to be very unsafe at the moment.
No.
It's not Dyria, it's the other thing about Dyria. Well, those are the only options I have. But he's on a business trip to Dyria, right?
Yeah, actually. So yeah, that will be it.
Dyria seems to be very unsafe at the moment, at least if you're cattle. A few animals have not returned home in a while.
Dyria.
Here we go. A craft of spinal rhinos collapsed a canal bridge connecting Dyria to the mainland, spawning the worst thing of all, budget discussions. Now, let me just look at the rest of these things real quick to make sure we're not missing anything. Nope, that seems right. Fatal Company.
Political tension ensued when the canal bridge connecting Dyria to the mainland collapsed, especially because spinel rhinos can't exactly be held responsible. The ambassador tasked with solving this mess is a young noble, and his worried best friend, who is totally not his boyfriend, insists he is still in dire need of a new personal guard, especially since the roads are so unsafe for travelers lately. If those travelers are cattle, anyway.
Okay. All right. We'll feed Andu his chow, and then I guess we'll wrap it up for the night. I don't think we're going to get to do any shenanigans tonight because we're running.
Do you want to see if it's a real short one?
It's not.
Okay.
So it might have to save it. All right.
But that was a really sweet moment to end on if we have to.
It takes 2 or 3.
Or 3.
We saved the game. Erase old save? Right. There we go. Let me shut down the game and we'll call it a night. I know it was a really good session. We met a whole bunch of new people, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah, because the shenanigan that we have for tonight
is freaking huge.
Is quite a lengthy read. And it's apparently like the first chapter of a little piece of fiction, which would be very nice.
Cool.
But I don't think that we really necessarily need a shenanigan tonight because we weren't doing a horror story.
And that was also just really lovely and an unusually sweet moment to end on as well.
Quincy!
Quincy!
Wonderful to see Quincy in the game. I really appreciate that because he was one of the first group of, hey, we're going to play an adventurer's tavern and talk about life's problems and issues that you might be having. And he's a good cook too. So I actually really miss Quincy on TikTok. That was very sweet. But no, it does have a kind of Coffee Wizard crossover vibe, which I appreciate.
Want Hank to show up.
I thought it would be the Star Trek frog. It isn't. I'm missing something. So Dasta, I'm really sorry. I'm missing something. No. Oh, you mean the article about the Star Trek frog?
Oh yes, yeah. No, we have a reservoir of shenanigans that stuff goes into, and it takes a while to come back out.
Yeah, so. And Ducky collects them for us. Usually they're hilarious blog posts or things of that nature. Yes, for those of you who are with us and who do not know this.
8?
There are 8 new species of frog have been discovered and named after various Star Trek captains, which is glorious. And I don't remember all of the names right now, but it's all good. We'll pick up this shenanigan next time, I think.
Yes, we will.
So thank you for sticking with us through all the tech issues. Knock it off, Twitch.
It was very rude. Sucking.
Very, very rude. But yeah, it was a really good episode. I like that.
It was.
We met a bunch of new characters. Scanlan. And I like Baya, and I really like Una. She's a lot of fun too. her crochet hook hand, which is just hilarious.
I love that the buyer is basically a terrifying tree trunk with a hat.
I kind of think of her as a sentient swamp.
Yes.
But she's like a skeleton covered in swamp. I'm not quite sure what exactly.
I just love the whole. Do you get a lot of customers? No.
No.
None.
Sure. Let's send this little full of himself bard off to the swamp witch. Wow. Voyage. Yes, exactly. Just hilarious. Very Scanlan energy. Right, let's talk about where you can find us next week.
Because it's slightly wacky.
It's slightly different.
This coming Friday, you will see us in your inboxes because the full lid will arrive 5 p.m. British time as standard.
5 p.m. time.
5 p.m. time.
Yes, exactly.
Friday. There's stuff in it. It's a good one. And then Sunday we're taking a break because we finished Caravan Sandwich last week.
Right.
And we're instigating this new policy where if we finish a game, we take the week after it off.
And where I call it policy because that's the kind of person I am. A new rhythm is that we should take breaks much more often.
Did you just edit yourself?
Live on air. I mean, wow. Anyway, so we're going to take a break on this coming Sunday, and that probably means we're going to try and sleep in. We'll see if he lets. Although, it is the 2nd of February. And I do have an alarm set on my phone.
The moment.
And I'll just leave it at that because it's Groundhog's Day, okay? It's Groundhog's Day on the 2nd of February. And so there's an alarm that's going to go off on my phone at the same time Heat of the Moment by Asia goes off in the Supernatural episode that is a riff on Groundhog Day, the movie. I also have I Got You Babe by Sonny and Cher on my phone, but the alarm is set for Heat of the Moment. Because I'm a modern classicist. Thank you.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
And then next week we'll be here on Wednesday,
we'll be back
here on Friday, here on Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. Something else I was going to say. Oh, Sunday games. So since we finished Caravan Sandwich, we're looking for something new to play. And I have 2 forerunners, but for those of you who join us on Sundays, if you haven't,
can fuck off.
I got it. For those of you who join us on Sunday mornings, you feel free to weigh in. And option number 1 is an older classic that's just been remastered and re-released, which is one of my beloveds, which is Soul Reaver, Legacy of Kain. But it is kind of a fighty sort of game, but there's a lot of couch cushions and puzzles and exploring in it. The other option, speaking of a remastered classic, is Okami. And I don't know if any of you have played or seen Okami before, but it is a wonderful little platformer that uses calligraphy as part of its combat, and it's based on the kind of Japanese ancestor history of, I'm going to get the name wrong. It's Amaterasu. I think I'm missing a syllable in there. Okami's gorgeous. It has fantastic music. It's very fun. And I was thinking that might be another fun casual stream game to play. Is he purring?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what a baby.
Put the camera on real quick because this is very cute.
He's being such a baby right now. So if you have thoughts or feelings, Zalia, vote registered for Okami. Totally fine. Let us know, and we'll be back to play next Sunday.
In the meantime, thank you so much for joining us. I've been Alistair.
I've been Marguerite.
He's been Twiglet, and we'll see you next time.
And, you did that so quickly that I didn't have time to scroll through there and push the button. Definitely, seconding Okami is definitely more of a Sunday vibe. I thought so as well.
Yeah, me too.
I did. Have a great rest of your time zone, everybody, and we'll see you when we see you.
Thanks for joining us, folks. See you again.
Bye.